Today we're showing you some massive luxury homes without the luxury price tag like this one.
And not only is it in a great school district, it's also brand new, so this is your chance to get in early. Let's go check it out.
If you guys like to entertain, you're gonna love this house. We're gonna kick it off with a very luxurious feel here with some interesting twists. Guys, this house is unlike anything that we've shown you before. This is a very unique builder. There's a lot of modern touches in it. Not only that, but you're gonna see a couple of things right around the corner here, and then obviously my favorite's gonna be the back patio. All the stuff that I talk about in all the other videos, they've actually done it here. But first off, you got these huge ceilings when you walk in. This feels extra wide because you've got your open staircase here. And then of course they did a great use of this giant, massive octopus jellyfish looking chandelier thing. Just looks very elegant when you walk in. But first off, we'll pivot over here and show you this is your ensuite. And right off the bat, this is something unusual. You normally don't see windows this big in anything. And the fact that this is just like one of your extra bedrooms is crazy. So this is one of the things this builder does, which is really cool. Full bathroom right here. And then this is unique. So one of the things, I feel like nobody really talks about, but everybody has these huge office spaces, typically at the front of your house. But do you really need a huge office space? And probably not. So they have these smaller little offices that they put in their homes, which I think is great because a lot of people may just be working from home a few days a week. You don't need to eat up all of your living space with that. And so I think that's kind of a smart idea as far as like functionality and use goes. Half bath here, very cool look. And then we're gonna make our way into the living room here. So you had this grand ceiling coming in, and then you still have 12-foot ceilings in here. So this thing is absolutely massive. Now, one of the things I will say is with this builder and the modern touches, you're gonna see stuff in here you don't normally see, like this fireplace here. So this is some kind of metal. Of course, they've got their fireplace down low, TV up above it. And then I talked about entertaining. This is one of the things I think that makes this a great entertainment house is you've got this setup right here. I feel like if I'm sitting over here, I'm sipping a scotch or whiskey, talking about that oil deal that I just closed. But you've got this space right here. They've got a little table set up. I would probably have like a little poker table. But this could be like an extra entertaining space right off of your patio, which we're gonna get to here in a bit. Absolutely amazing. But another thing that's important when you're looking at homes like this is the quality of the builder. And guys, we walk a ton of builders, and I gotta say, even this, we were here in this exact spot when it was being built. We've seen what goes behind the walls. We see the things that go into the house. And so if that's something that you wanna know about, you're curious about, hey, who's the right builder for me? Definitely give us a call. And guys, you can shoot us a text. Doesn't matter. If you're watching this sitting on the toilet at 1 o'clock in the morning, I don't care, text us. We turn notifications off when we sleep. So anyways, this opens up into our kitchen. And of course, this looks like something right out of a magazine. I mean, if you read any of the interior design blogs or, Architectural Digest, any of that kind of stuff, they nailed the trends on this. You've got green cabinets down low. You've got your white oak up top. You've got a lot of texture going on your backsplash, nothing too busy on your countertops. I mean, if you're looking for, hey, what's in, what is it? This is it right here. Now back behind here, we've got a mud bench. This goes out to the garage, and you've got your laundry room right here. Love these lights, by the way. Those are very cool. I know a lot of people are like, hey, is the pantry, is that a good size? It's decent, so, there's stuff in here, it's a model home, but pretty decent. And obviously you've got all these cabinets, right? You've got, at first I was like, oh man, is that your pantry? Because a lot of times you get just cabinet pantries, but not here, you get it all. And then coming into the master bedroom here, nice trade ceilings. You've got, again, big windows across the back here, and comes into your master bathroom, and I think they did a fantastic job here. So they've got a nice tub, and I like the fact that they built this out a little bit. You've got a place to put all of your soap, shampoos, candles. You got plenty of natural light coming in, or you can look and see the stars at night while you take a bath. Probably not, but Dual vanity there, and then of course, nice big shower, frameless glass, mud pan, everything you want to see, right? And then here is your master closet. Of course, really decent size, nice shelving. This is another thing. A lot of times for builders, shelves are an afterthought. So it's nice that they've actually come in and done this. And that's an option you can get here if you buy with this builder. Okay, no need to get angry at the door, Jack. But let's take you upstairs real quick and show you where the kids will be hanging out. If you're entertaining, you're probably gonna be hanging out on the back patio, which we'll get to here in just a second. But one of the things that also makes this great is when you get up here to the top floor, one of the things that this builder does that a lot of other builders don't is they put in special flooring, no creaks. So if you got kids running around up here while you're entertaining, you're not gonna hear them, which is great, because most of the time you never wanna hear what's coming out of their mouth anyways, let alone little feet stomping along. But huge space, lots of natural light. These are oversized windows. Up here, you're gonna have 2 more bedrooms and a bathroom. So full bathroom here, double vanity. You got a door between that and the tub, so you know they can be showering and brushing their teeth at the same time. Bedroom here, you can see there's a good sized closet on these bedrooms and another bedroom here. But next, let's hop downstairs, show you what the entertaining is all about and how you're gonna wow your friends. All right, now if you're entertaining, this is probably where you're gonna be hanging out quite a bit. So you've got these huge sliders here that open up to this back patio with 12-foot ceilings out here as well. You've got a nice stacked stone fireplace, looks great. And look at all the space here to have people hanging out. Not only that, but you've got a built-in grill over here. And guys, I talk about this all the time. I'm like, man, if I had a patio this size, I'd put these on it. These are electric, they go up and down. You hit a button, you can hit it on your app. But there's not a lot of builders out here that will do this. So this is really cool to have. Now, of course, if you want to be completely low maintenance, you can do what they did in their backyard and just put some turf down and you really got nothing to worry about out here. But this is not the only builder in this neighborhood. Yeah, there's more. We're gonna show you all kinds of cool stuff. We got another really cool builder after this, but first, let's talk about prices. If you've always wanted to live in California, but you didn't want to leave Texas, well, we got you covered here. We're gonna take you through, this is actually not on the market yet, but this is one of their inventory homes that they'll have available coming up. So as far as prices go out here with this builder, they're gonna range pretty drastically depending on the finish out and also the size of the home, but you're looking probably starting in the high 6s and going up even over $1 million depending on your finish out. So what you're gonna see here, this is kind of interesting, is a much more modern finish. Here's the office we talked about. So they've got a little office there, office space for you. And one of the things to note, and this is kind of cool, we've started to see a few builders do this, but they've got windows down low here to give you even more natural light as you're coming in and working in the kitchen, which I think is great. You're also gonna see these massive windows along here, and even on their inventory home, you're gonna see massive, massive back patio. So if this is something you're interested in, these guys are definitely great. If you're looking for something a little bit more traditional, a little bit more homey, we've got a house for you. Okay, I had to show you 2 more things before we left here actually. So this is the master bedroom. Let's say you're getting out of bed in the morning. It's a modern, we're living in the modern era, right? So you have your coffee bar here. You've already timed it with your alarm, so your coffee's ready to go. You pick it up, you stumble into the bathroom, and you're good to go. And what's crazy is that's actually standard in this house. There's one other thing I gotta show you because this was mind-blowing. Jack and I first got here, we looked at this and we're like, that thing is tiny. This has gotta be for a golf cart, right? Well, actually it's not. You could pull a truck in here. These are actually 8-foot tall garage doors, which is standard with this builder. And this is one of the things you don't normally think about, but if you drive an F-250 or anything a little bit bigger, they're not gonna get in a standard garage. So the fact that they've built these a little bit bigger, you know, everything's bigger in Texas. I always used to joke, except for our garages, for whatever reason, stupid. But this one, they actually are bigger. So if you got a big truck, this might be the builder for you. I still don't believe it. Guys, I'm looking at it. I mean, if I pull my mirrors in, I think it fits. It's close.
If I had to describe any floor plan as tall, dark, and handsome, well, it'd be this guy right here. And ladies, if you like a man who can cook, you're gonna wanna check out this kitchen. For the guys who don't really get why girls fall for the tall, dark, and handsome, it's because they like to take risks. Just like some of the risks that they took when they designed this house, but honestly, I think it paid off. Just like here in the entryway, you've got this crazy decorative ceiling with the wood strips in there, and this lighting piece, honestly, I don't even know what to describe it. It's like some kind of modern candelabra, but it's right outside of this nice spacious office space here. These windows actually swing open sideways, so you still get the egress that you're legally required to have without having that breakup of the slide up windows. It makes it nice and open, really big windows. And we've actually got something really interesting over here. So we've heard a lot of people like when we show us this, and ladies, I want to get your opinion, but I think it's important when a guy shows you how big his closets are. So we're gonna take a look at this right now, and you can see even the secondary closets, plenty of room, 3 shelves. You can hang up all sorts of stuff. You're not gonna feel cramped in these right here. And this is actually the guest suite up at the front of the house, so it's got an ensuite full bathroom over here, decorated out really nicely. So if you've got guests staying over, or maybe the in-laws are visiting for the weekend, they've got a place to stay, and then you don't have to like bunk them in one of the kids' room. You've got your mud bench and garage over here, and as we walk down the hallway, we got a staircase. We'll get to the upstairs later. Right now, you've got a coat closet, and then before we get into the living room, we've actually got a powder room, and man, what a living room, because as soon as you walk in, it's got this nice cathedral ceiling, decorative beams. They did it up really nicely, and the corner fireplace, it can be kind of hit or miss, but I think they did a really good job because it's subtle, but it stands out at the same time. It's not overwhelming, but it adds to the space in a really nice way. And plus, with a floor plan like this, nice and open, plenty of room for the kids to run around, because if you got a house this big, you're probably not the only one living in it. We'll get to that in just a second, but this is what I really want to show you guys, the kitchen, and it is bold. And I know black isn't everyone's thing, and honestly, I've seen some people mess it up. I can think of one builder in particular where they tried to do this nice black on gold or black on brass accents. It fell kind of flat, but not only did these guys do it well, they also used really quality materials. And that's something a lot of people don't think about whenever they're going with a builder, is the build quality itself. People think a house is a house, and that's just not the case. Everything here is done really well. There's a lot of craftsmanship, but that kind of knowledge comes with years and years of experience of looking at new houses, seeing different builders, comparing and contrasting. And that's why you call us, because we take the headache of stuff like that off of your shoulders, but you do get a there's a better way to describe that. You get a luxurious signature gas range built into your countertop here. And I like they did the live edge here on the countertop. It looks really nice, you know, because you've got this smooth black finish on the bottom, but some texture on the top. And if you like these black accents, you're gonna wanna stick around for the master bathroom, because they did it in a way that just wowed me, honestly. I literally walked in and said, wow. But speaking of wow, you get these nice big doors walking into your theater right here next to the living room. So if you're hosting guests out there, you can have the game on over here and not worry about like your husband's friends coming over, wrecking the place. So they can keep all their mess in this corner, or maybe the kids, you make it a playroom. I don't know. If you got kids with a ton of toys, keeps it all consolidated. You don't have to worry about cleanup. But over here in the corner, you've actually got the master bedroom, and again, huge ceilings. I love that cathedral ceiling, the big decorative beam, nice big windows. I wish they'd done the picture windows over here as well, but this is a king-size bed for reference. So one of the biggest issues that we see people run into is they'll get a master bedroom, they put a king-size bed in it, but the model had like a queen or a full or something smaller, or like some really narrow nightstands. And then they're like, where did all my space go? I can't open my closet door. Not gonna be an issue with something like this. It's at least 18 feet wide, probably 16 feet deep. It's a huge room. And speaking of huge, the bathroom is amazing. Like this, you've got so much space in here, and they've utilized it in such a creative way. So again, black isn't everyone's thing, especially when it comes to interior design, but I think they did a great job. More of that countertop you saw in the kitchen here, framed mirror that goes all the way across it. This just makes the room feel so much more open as well. So you don't have to worry about, like, you know, maybe you're doing your makeup at a weird angle and it's blocked by the edge of the mirror. You've got this whole countertop area that you can use to set up in the morning, plus a standing tub. This thing's a nice size. Actually, it's a sitting tub. You don't stand in it. No one stands in their tub. But you do get a shower if you do want to stand. It has a built-in seat over here. I opened that the wrong way. Plus frameless glass all the way around it, half wall, decorative tiles, which I think they kind of broke up here with the drywall, but that's where your towels are gonna go anyway. You're gonna have a towel rack there. Honestly, really nice setup. I was wowed by that and this right here. So the closet actually wraps all the way around. So you get one closet, but it's a his and her side, and it has built-ins all throughout it. Plenty of room for storage, safes, clothes, whatever have you. The Christmas tree if you don't want to go up in the attic. And all of this connects right here to the laundry room as well. So it kind of has this wraparound effect where you get enough space to prep and fold laundry over here. Your security equipment's tucked away back there, so it's kind of whirring away at the moment. You don't want that going off in the bedroom or anything else, but it is secure in the center of the house. Plus, you get your built-in sink for the delicates. I finally figured out what this is for. I've gone through so many new homes, and I had no idea why you would put a sink in the laundry room. So glad I know now. It's like a duh moment. But plenty of overhead storage, full-size washer dryer area, but let's go check out the upstairs because there's even more room up there. Now I know you guys saw those huge sliding glass doors to the back patio earlier, and we're gonna talk about that in a bit because I have some really interesting information about that and this neighborhood. But as we come to the top of the stairs, you get an enormous loft area. So this could be a game room. This is really a flex space. It could be anything from a theater, sitting room, kind of like they have it set up here, and extra space for the kids, which is great because on the second floor, they put carpet in the model, which is, if you don't know, a great sound deadener for whenever a little pitter patter of feet becomes really annoying and you don't want to hear it above your bedroom. Luckily, this is above the living room. You don't have to worry about that with this floor plan, but a lot of the bedroom space is up here. So we've got a bedroom over here and one more bedroom over here we'll get to in a second, but I want to show you this real quick because they made a very interesting use of the bathroom space. So if you have people out here in the loft, they can get into the bathroom here, and this is actually connected to that bedroom right next door, but you can close it off and still have access without having to go through someone's bedroom. And it connects as a Jack and Jill with the toilet, shower, bath, all the way over to another wash station over here. And the great thing about this is actually connected to that second bedroom. And since it's connected to the bedroom and you can actually close this door that you're looking through right now, the kids can be showering or whatever in that bathroom right there and not block off, you know, somebody who's brushing their teeth or vice versa. Because I can't tell you, I grew up in a house with 5 kids, and I can't tell you how many times my sister was doing her hair in the bathroom in the morning, and I really needed to use the restroom. And we had 2 bathrooms, so if mom and dad were using the other one, I was just out of luck. But let's go check out that backyard real quick. Well, on the upside, since I'm a guy, if my sister was ever using the restroom and I couldn't get in, I just come out to the back porch and do my business. But to be fair, I didn't have quite this big a back porch, so it wasn't that luxurious of an experience like this would be. And this is quite a luxurious back porch because you got these huge vaulted ceilings with the built-in lighting, fans, and on top of that you get this luxurious granite countertopped outdoor cook space. This is gas, everything's stainless steel. It looks really nice. It's gonna weather the elements, no problem. And you got plenty of space to do it because if you know Texas, even right now, it's March and it's cool outside, but as soon as I step into the sun, I can feel that heat. So having a nice covered area right outside of these big sliding glass doors is almost a must. But if you do find yourself with some nice weather, you can play in this immense backyard. Now I mean immense, you can fit anything back here. It's a kid's delight, playgrounds, trampolines, maybe a pool, but you might wanna think twice about that because honestly, one of the reasons people move to this community are the amenities. First of all, this thing is gated, so you've got added security. On top of that, you don't got a bunch of people that don't live here coming in and out unless they specifically have a reason to be here. It keeps the streets quiet. And speaking of streets, these are extra wide streets. It creates a very open atmosphere, very serene. You got plenty of room to pass people as you go by in the neighborhood, as well as sidewalks, because I know a lot of people are outdoorsy and they want to walk around, and this is a very safe place. You can do it inside of your neighborhood. And then if you do want to go do something, like I said about that pool, you've also got a pool and amenity center that are coming up in phase 2 that you'll have access to, because we're in phase 1 right now, so there's still plenty of development coming in. Now that's not going to be gated, which is kind of like the early bird special. You get in early, you get these extra perks. But one of the really cool things about this neighborhood that's also coming up is a golf course. So they're building a huge golf course right outside of your backyard. So you're not gonna have to worry about golf balls or anything flying in. It's a little bit up the hill there, but it's literally within walking distance. I can see the development going on right now. And I know you guys are thinking, man, this is gonna cost me an arm and a leg. Jack, what's the bill on this thing? Well, we're gonna talk about that up next. Now I know I said this is smaller, but at 2,800 square feet, this 4-bed, 3.5 bath house is still a good size, but it's no 3,700 square foot monster like the one we just looked at. Now something like this is probably gonna run you in the ballpark of, well, this one specifically is $615,000 or $614,000, and you're still getting things like 8-inch baseboards, engineered hardwood, this extended back patio over here, all the bells and whistles. You're not missing out on it, but we did want to kind of show you guys what an inventory home here looks like, because some people, they see the model and maybe they're like, what am I missing out on? You're not missing out on much with something like this. And this is on the lower price range for this builder. Something like what we just looked at is probably gonna run you close to $800,000 with everything that they've got in it. But I know you're thinking, man, that's a lot to pay to not have amenities on the ground. So if you're looking for a community where you can still get a beautiful house and some amenities that are complete and ready to go, we're gonna be showing you that after this. But you're gonna wanna stick around first because the next house we're gonna show you has this huge grand staircase and a crazy theater setup.
Now, if you guys are looking for a massive house, you wanna have not one, not two, but a three-car garage, wow, can't talk. Anyways, really pretty house, let's go look. If you're looking for a big house, this one might be the one for you. It is absolutely massive. You walk in, there's these huge ceilings off the get-go. There's so much to talk about here, especially the kitchen, something we've never seen before. It's a little bit different as far as the setup goes, but I think I might actually like it. This is our office here, so you've got a normal size office, unlike the previous homes that we saw, the miniature offices, but really nice design in there. And then you guys may have heard of hardcore, you may have heard of parkour, but have you heard of grandma-core? If not, let me show you. This is probably what grandma-core is all about. Very interesting half bath there. So this would be for entertaining and whatnot. Hey, may not be everybody's taste, but it's fun. So here is your dining area, and this thing is absolutely incredible. They have this huge chandelier coming down. You've got the sweeping curved staircase coming around it, and I feel like a round table is an absolute must. So, you know, if you're having dinner, everybody is right here in it. I'm sure there's a joke in there about the knights in the round table. I don't know what it is, but anyways, we're gonna walk through, and I don't know if you guys caught it over there. You could actually find the kitchen, but we're gonna start out here in the living room. So we've got huge living room, massive ceilings up top. Again, great decorative lighting here. If you've got big space like this, you gotta have some big lights. And big sliding glass doors. I think this is pretty much in every house we've seen out here today. This is a nicer community. I feel like this is just gonna be a staple out here. And then we got a little bit of a lesson today in geography. So for those of you looking at this and saying, oh, well, that's a nice piece of granite. It's not granite. And you're like, oh, well, is it tile? No, it's not tile. It's actually soapstone. Yeah, that is a thing. They actually cut out of mountains. Didn't know that before today. Yeah, just being honest with you guys, we don't know everything, but we know a lot of things about some things and others we don't. But apparently that's great if you're not using it in a bathroom or kitchen. So makes for a great fireplace. But here's our kitchen. This is what's really interesting about it. Number one, it's beautiful. I love, this is a quartz countertop here. Looks really nice, but the island, I feel like, is turned the wrong direction, right? If you look at all of these homes nowadays, it's like the island is in between you, here in the kitchen, and the living room, but not here. This is a little bit different. They have a ton of lighting across this wall, which I love. And the one thing I kind of like about this setup is if you have people sitting here and there's people in the living room, you're entertaining, the people sitting here can actually see what's going on and they can converse, you know. It's not like you've got your back turned to the living room. So I was like, you know, I'm not sure if I like this or not. That I kind of do like about it. The one thing that you might not like is if you're prepping, you're going back and forth here and there. If people are trying to walk behind you, that may be a little bit of a bummer, but just depends. But I think this is actually a pretty cool setup. Now, as far as the kitchen goes, you got these beautiful wood cabinets going all the way up. They took the countertops, they use it for their backsplash. It's backlit. This is everything you want to see. I love the pop of white right here. They've got a really interesting wallpaper here. May not be for everybody. I don't hate it. Don't hate it at all. We're gonna sneak through here to get to the master bedroom so I can show you. We got our laundry room right here. I love the double tile thing they did here with the colors. That's a little bit unusual. And then here's your pantry. So this is a triangle, not pentagon. It's a gon-shaped pantry. So you've got some extra space in there. And then that brings us in to the master here. And I'm gonna trip over that rug while we come on in. But lots of space here. This is an absolutely massive rug because it's a massive room. And you even have a pop out over there with your little reading nook. So really good sized room, which is what you wanna see. And then that brings us into the bathroom. Love this bathroom, love what they've done here. A couple of things to point out that are a little bit more unique. Number one, you've got a double vanity. That's not unique. But what it is the way they've done the mirrors. So they did these little framed mirrors. They took them all the way from the bottom all the way to the ceiling, and they did pendant lights above both of them, which is just a really cool look. Like a lot of times we see just one big giant mirror, which is also cool, but something about having that separation, I don't know what it is. Plus, you got an outlet here you can use without it being on the mirror. I don't know, I like it, it's cool. Something to think about if you are designing your next home. Over here we've got our walk-in shower. A lot of things I like here as well. Took the tile from floor to the ceiling. They've got the frameless shower glass. The one thing I don't like, as you guys probably know if you've watched a few videos, no shower niche. Where are you gonna put your stuff? So if you're building, it's obviously something you can get done. Here's his closet. Obviously we know it's his closet because it's smaller. Let me show you hers. And you know, we're always gonna be honest with you. This is a beautiful house, absolutely wonderful. This is a bigger closet. And one of the things that I'm sitting here thinking about is if you have a wife with a lot of clothes, once she puts all those clothes in here, it's gonna be very narrow to walk through. So that's something to think about. Whether or not this plan is perfect for you, one of those things, right? And that's why you call us, even if you're looking to build. We don't just do inventory homes, we help people through the build process, thinking through, hey, you might wanna consider putting this in your home or that in your home. You're gonna get value out of this, value out of that. Anyways, you can call, text us anytime. QR codes on the screen, all that kind of stuff. Let's take a look upstairs. Jack mentioned earlier that movie room, that's awesome. Let's go check it out. So coming up here, first of all, this house is massive. It's almost 4,000 square feet. You've got, it just looks beautiful. This whole thing, this whole setup is beautiful. This overlooks your dining table. And then this brings you into this massive room here, game room, playroom, what have you. Obviously it's huge. You can see this is a full-size pool table. I love the fact that they've done this little bar desk thing. I don't know what you want to call it, but you see a couple outlets. Your kids come home, they hook up their laptops, get their homework done, because that's what every kid does first thing when they come in. And then over here we've got a bedroom and full bath over here. It might be a 3/4 bath, but that's the one people are going to utilize while they're up here. And then the movie room. Let's check this thing out. Now what's crazy about this house is you actually get 2 back patios, which we'll get to here in a second. This is sitting over the garage here, so it's really quiet. It's removed from the rest of the house. If somebody's watching, I don't know, Thor or the 300 and it's super loud, you're probably not gonna be bothering anybody else in the house. So really tucked away, great setup here. This is interesting. These I found out this past weekend. You can get these panels at Costco. They're like, I don't know, 40 bucks for like 2 square feet or something stupid. I don't know what it is, but really expensive if you get it from Costco. I doubt that's where they got it from. But over here, you have a little bit of extra space as well. So you've got like this little setup here. If you need a break from the movie and you're like, oh man, that's a drag. I'm gonna have a drink over here, or you can make it here. And this is, you know, this is the other thing. This is nice. Love the fact that they use a mirror back here. It's all dark in here, but it's the thing. Who drinks during a movie? Who's like, hey, let's go get drunk at this movie? I don't know if that's a thing. You guys, let me know in the comments if that's a thing. I don't know, never really occurred to me. But anyways, we're gonna make our way back across here. And over on this side, we've got 2 bedrooms, a Jack and Jill in between. And one of the things I will say, all the homes that we looked at today in this neighborhood, they all have good sized secondary bedrooms. And now we're gonna see how loud this gets, because we got a guy mowing the lawn. There's also a well back here with a generator on, and Jack is doing a great job with the handle. So stepping on, you actually get a 2nd story back patio, which most of the time you're like, whatever. But what's cool about this is this neighborhood sits right behind this massive golf course development. So you're actually gonna have this amazing view back here, depending on which lot you buy. So if you get in, you wanna build, you wanna have a nice spot up here where you can sit, watch the sunset. That's absolutely something you can do if you build with this builder and get a floor plan like this. But I know you guys are thinking, love it, how much is it? What's the HOA look like? All that stuff. Let's go. So this neighborhood is located on the southeast side of Aledo, which schools here are phenomenal, A-rated. We've talked about those in a lot of different videos. You're right next to the new Bluejack National Golf Course, which is gonna be a huge draw here once they get, I guess, all the dirt moved around, which they're still working on.
It's a big project.
It is, yeah. And so you're right off of 377, so quick access to get down to Fort Worth. or even Grandeur if you want to get away for the weekend or something like that. But as far as HOA and property taxes?
So HOA dues here are going to run you about $225 a month, and that's going to include quite a few things. So you're getting front yard maintenance. They're also covering the internet out here, which I know it's a minimum of 1 gigabit. I don't actually know what the speed rating is out here. But that's going to be included in your HOA dues, as well as access and upkeep of all of the amenities. So you're going to be getting the pool, the amenities center, and everything else that they're building out here. And all that's going to be taken care of by the management company. Now, as far as taxes go, since it is an Aledo ISD, you're looking at about a 2.8% tax rate. So there's a couple of different factors that go into that, but you already kind of know the price point that you're buying in, so you got to be prepared for those kinds of things.
Yeah, and with the last builder, price points are going to be the same as the previous ones. You're going to be looking from the 600s and up. And yeah, if you're looking at it and you're like, man, I love these homes, they're beautiful, but I want amenities, I want it all right now, well, this next video is going to be for you. So go ahead and click on over and we'll take you to that neighborhood.